Hello and welcome back. I wasn't going to do these as long form videos, but the people that are enjoying them are enjoying them. Let's look at issue 4 of D&D Adventurer. What I will say about this magazine is I do think it's a little overpriced, and for full clarification here, I'm not paying full price for it. It's been gifted to me by a relative and they got it at a very low price. And I will say you only need issue 1 to actually play the game, and issue 1 is $1.99. It just doesn't really include an adventure. So this is it. You'll see the flip through. I've done it slightly differently this time because I got sick of my camera landing on my lap numerous times, so thanks. And this is actually turned quite a good one. So let's talk about it. So let's look at this magazine. You have the dice in the nice baggie. And I think a lot of the value of these types of Partworks is usually in the freebies that come with it. I think that's a thing. Like, I've seen these for ridiculous amounts of money. I've seen them super cheap. It depends on what you're looking for. Me as a dice goblin, that makes me very, very happy. It's cool, isn't it? Like, that's cool. I like the dice. And this goes into, you get the content, obviously, and it tells you what's there. Saga Advanced, character creation, and lore. Aspects of effects. This is really good breakdown, and it really simplifies the language here. I will say that, like, it does definitely simplify it, and it gives you everything that you need, really. But I said this many times, you only really need issue 1 to play. All of this stuff is there, but it gives you a good breakdown of the races within this universe, within D&D, and I really like that. I do love the art. I know it's recycled. I know it's this, and I know, but I have a soft spot for fantasy art, so I'm always down for that. And look, that's cool. That is cool. You have to say that. Like, that is a cool piece of art. Celtic. And then we go into more of that information. And it gives you little tips dotted throughout, which I really like. And we get a quest in this one, which I think is brilliant. And it gives you a good story, gives you a good backbone, it gives you good setting. It's a very basic quest, but it's there. It's very basic combat encounter, but it gives you enough to understand. Vampires. I love a good vampire. So, always a bonus. And as you can see, you get more information on stuff that goes through the weaknesses, the laws, and so on. And it goes through even more. And I think that's a really good way of doing it. I think this is a nice way of just breaking it down and putting it... I wish they did this in their sort of more bigger products. Here we go, the encounter section. Like, just basic drop-down info in digestible chunks rather than... a deep, long paragraphs. You don't need that. And you get another character and stats on the back. So this is actually a really good issue, far better than issue 3, which is nice. There we go. As you can see from the flip through, there was a hell of a lot in this magazine, and I loved that. There was a lot more than the previous issue, and it actually gave you more information. As I said at the beginning of the video, you can buy the first issue for $1.99, and it's basically a starter set without a quest. That's being honest, and as I also said, the person that bought me this didn't pay full price for it, so I do think Partworks can be overpriced. But also, I'm going to add to this, is that my criticism of WotC as a company right now is just off the charts. And I have so many problems with what they're doing. For example, the monetization of D&D with an app and all of this. Like, it's just ridiculous. When actually the homebrew stuff that they've made is a million times better than a lot of the stuff that they're putting out. This is very aimed at people who are new players, who are just coming in, they're a bit intimidated. And actually, it's fun walking through this with my godson. It's fun discussing this, and I actually really like the concept. I had been bitten by Partworks in the past. Like, they can just cancel at any minute and you're left with things incomplete, which is something that I absolutely hate. I said this before in another video, that I have a giant USS Enterprise model that's like just under halfway complete that I can never do anything with because the company went bust. And there were so many problems with the model. Now, I always say value of the magazine is usually with its gifts, and I would say this is definitely the value. These things, if you buy an official one, are stupidly expensive. I'll put that into the mix. My dice goblin brain is happy. I've never owned a giant dice. I'm having to look at the camera to make sure I'm in focus. But I say this, that's the value of the pack. I think I've seen these for ridiculous amounts of money, just plastic giant dice which are plain. So, even if you just want a dice, I do like this, and I do like the fact that it's a nice intro. I think WotC have made the mistake of not particularly strong adventures and campaigns in recent years, and it does show in some of the quality of the work they're producing and the whole AI debacle. But for me, and this is not for everyone, this is great. But I'm going to add, you only need the first issue. Then go online, get some maps, get some adventure, get some quests, and you can work from there. But I'm enjoying this, and my little inner child is happy, and that's what matters. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I will do these as long form. I just wish more of you guys watched them. But can't ask for everything, can we? So I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. And like, subscribe, and do the usual.